training program here at Awesome, and I'm really excited for you all to be here today, to join us, and to get to know our students, now graduates, who just finished this program. I want to start off to learn a little bit about you all here joining us today. I know we've got some special groups of people who've helped these folks out, helped our students along in their journey, who may have been through this same journey here in the past. So first I want to recognize any of our Bootcamp alumni who are in the audience. If you could raise your hand if you're a Bootcamp alum. Yeah, thank you all for joining us, for coming back to support your peers here. Another really important group of people who these last 16 weeks wouldn't have been possible without our friends and family who've been very supportive to our students through this very difficult journey, late nights, total immersion into this new career. So if you're here supporting someone as a friend or family member, could you raise your hand? All right, yeah, thank you all so much for being here and for all your help over these past few months. Also, another important piece are any employer representatives. So if you are here looking to hire for your company, if you could raise your hand. All right, excellent. Extra special thank you to you all for joining today. Excellent. And we've got a few more introductions. We'll get to those in just a minute. And thank you all for being here. So hope you all got a chance to grab some food. We're going to be doing some brief introductions here and then get to the good part, which is getting to hear from our students and hear about the projects they've been working on and the journey they've been going through. After those presentations, we're going to have a chance for demo tables. So these will be brief presentations I like to think of as the trailer. The movie, the part that you're here for, is actually going to be in this room next door. We've got demo tables, and you'll get a chance to talk one-on-one with each of our students and actually check out their projects, see some of the code that they've written. So a little look at our boot camps. We've got 8 students who are presenting today. The program they have been through is 16 weeks long in total. So the first 4 of those are part-time and remote. They get a little extra Zoom practice if we all hadn't had enough over these last few years. And then for 12 weeks they're here in the building, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday, and then some extra in a very intensive learning process. During that time they go through at least 500 hours of training, a lot of Slack messages. We've lost count, I think, on the number of Oreos consumed, and discovered a few new varieties even this summer. I want to give a shout out to our team. So this is the team that works with these students and makes this program possible. So Josh Stewart, fun story about Josh. Josh actually went through our second bootcamp cohort and has worked as a software developer at a few different companies. And in return to be our lead instructor for this program, this was Josh's first tour. Before Josh started with us, he actually had a vacation planned. So he might be waving to us on Zoom. So hi, Josh, if you're there remotely. Very grateful for the work that he has done. We also have a new instructor, Jonathan, who is actually been with us a little bit. Shout out to our good friend Scott Johnson, who Jonathan has worked with at UK. And Jonathan joined us for this program as an instructor. We also have Reese Walter, warm-ups coach. Hey, Reese. And if you could, Reese and Jonathan and Justin, if you all could come up here, we've got something special for you all as well. So, Justin, Jonathan, Reese. So, a little thank you from our students. So, thank you all for your support. Thank you. So with this cohort, Justin started off during our first session, that remote phase, our onboarding, led our students through that. Jonathan and Josh were there day in and day out helping the students as they learned new skills and worked on projects. And Reese was our warm-ups coach, so he was the fully caffeinated one here in the mornings, getting everyone up ready to go. Reese is also on the work program. Also want to say thanks to Stephen Rue, who is our marketing manager, and if you heard of the Bootcamp program, we can thank Stephen for that. Hi, Stephen from behind the glass. And Stephen works in admissions as well, so as all of our students are finding out about the program, going through the admissions process, they get to know Stephen. Jacqueline Benson is our graphic designer, so in addition to developing a lot of graphics, those handouts that you have, she also works on helping our students understand how to work as a developer, how to work with a designer, and some of those basics of graphic design. We also have Brian Rainey, who's our CEO, and Justin Hall, our lead instructor emeritus, now director of our adult programs. I think we've got almost everyone. Also, shout out to the rest. We've got several team members who are here and have helped make this possible, including Mackenzie Haynes, our career coach, who will be spending a lot of time with our students following demo day today as they are on their career search. So now I want to hand it over to Justin Hall, again, director of our adult programs, who's going to talk a little bit more about what our students have learned and really the journey that they have come. Over to you, Justin.
Thank you, Nick. I actually wrote something down this time instead of just coming up and trying to wing it. Usually works a bit better. So, hello, friends and neighbors. Today represents several milestones. A new graduating cohort of developers and a changing of the guard, as Nick mentioned. We have put together an amazing team. Kudos to Nick and the Awesoming family for taking a risk and pulling together a group of individuals that showcase the Awesoming values every step. So this is my 7th boot camp. There have been a total of 12, right? 12 boot camps overall. We have more than 100 alumni and over 50 companies who have hired from our cohorts. Some more than once, and some not in their backyard, but we still call them neighbors. As I look at the wall where our company's values are stationed, I can't help but think about how they rely or they actually apply to the boot camp. Awesoming values, be good, number one. It means a lot to be good nowadays. Regardless of our circumstances, we can all choose to be good. More than ever, we choose to be good, not just for ourselves, but for others. We want to be good in order to help you find your definition of awesome. No matter if that is a startup or setting forth on a journey, learning to code, and becoming a lifelong learner. Be excellent. All of us want to be excellent at something. The group presenting today not only said, I want to change my life, but I want to strive to be excellent every day. The only way to do that is to adopt lifelong learning. As a financial advisor says when counseling families and students on debt, you have to live like no other to live like no other. The group in front of you today has lived like no other for the last 16 weeks. Being excellent is not easy. Be a friend. To me, this one is crucial to the boot camp's success. When you're part of a cohort in the boot camp, the person next to you going through the same life-changing process is your Bible buddy. It's easy to be a friend, especially when you are struggling and someone becomes a friend with you. That happens often in the boot camp. Each person can point out when they became best friends and how they helped each other get to the finish line. The last one is be you. In the boot camp, you make a lot of mistakes. Is that right? Is that right? Make a lot of mistakes. We actually encourage it and applaud it when a bug or that blue screen of death pops up. Okay? We have an umbrella of mercy that covers our boot camp. Why? Because it isn't easy. When you are struggling and in the moment, you need to know that your coaches and your teammates are not there to judge you, but to embrace you. Everyone's journey is different. When you are truly transparent and ready to be changed, something happens. You look around and find friends that want to see you win and do well on your path. And you can do that when you're truly authentic you. And that authenticity makes it easy to be good be excellent, and be a friend. And now you understand recursion. The developers are laughing. Okay, our why is simple. We want to see you succeed in finding your definition of awesome. As I mentioned, I'm no longer the instructor of the boot camp. Those duties now fall on Josh Stewart. He, along with Jonathan Neppert and Reese Walter, have taken the momentum and received the handoff from Ian Rios and I, like our fathers and mothers that came before us. And they're doing a great job. As a director of adult programs, along with this guy Nick Such, he's allowed me to be good and excellent and a friend, and myself. For the first time, I feel encouraged to be myself in a place, and it means a whole lot. It means a whole lot because next I get to do this State of the Union for Director of Adult Programs and how we're going to go forward. We're dreaming big and doing something awesome. Not just something, but many things. I can't wait to announce each one in the coming months. Rest assured, our next offerings and efforts will come from a servant's heart to help more people find their definition of awesome. 1 second. Almost done. So yeah, let me go to this boot camp. We started with 13. We have 8. It is hard. Not only is it hard, as each grad can tell you, but it's painful and emotional. If you think about it, it's one of the most ambitious, radical things you can do. You quit your job, no income, live like a hermit with a group of people you don't know, doing things you don't understand, while feeling like an imposter ready to explode when one line of code is not working. For 16 weeks, you have to be present, healthy, supported by your significant other, family, and not miss a beat while you're trying to train your brain to think like a computer. It's crazy. Those in attendance today and presenting today that have graduated from a boot camp have achieved a bodacious goal. I'm choosing that word specifically. And some facts about this cohort before they present. We had one individual that had to leave last boot camp, but came back this time around. And not only did well, but was a crucial part of our team. First time. That's the first time that's happened. Usually when someone exits the program, they don't find their way back and finish. That needs to be noticed. We shed some tears to boot camp. Actually, that happens every week. I know it's for you. It isn't uncommon to embark down this bodacious path and scrape your knees and elbows and bruise your ego. Everyone's path is different, and it isn't easy. We have some grads that were teachers, some that were in the food service industry, some that have never worked a full-time job for a long period of time. We even had a few from my neck of the woods. Our current grads and previous grads have all one thing in common. They're part of the Awesome Inc. family. If you're hiring today, I can't wait for them to become a part of your family. And for anyone in here thinking about being bodacious and changing your life, let me encourage you. Be thoughtful about it, pray about it, and see if it's right for you. We'd love for you to become a part of our family. This is the 16 weeks that they go through. All of these things here are the different technical parts we refer to our tech stack. And the finish line focus. So what you're going to see today is a result of the last 4 weeks in the finish line focus. We built a lot of different applications, tic-tac-toe, to-do list, all these to prepare for us, to give us some context about the real problems to solve. And so I'm really excited about this group because they've really exhibited our Awesome Inc. values, and they're really problem solvers. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Justin. All right, so we're about to head into those quick pitches, our little presentations here. Again, these are like the trailer to the movie, so we're gonna be brief. If you do have any questions, our demo tables are going to be a great space for that interactive time to ask some questions. I think we are ready to go. So here's our presentation order here, and I would like to invite Anthony to start us off.
Hey everybody. There we go. My name is Anthony DeVarti. Before Bootcamp, I was working in retail, and I had an opportunity to create a website for my job at the start of COVID lockdowns, and I absolutely just fell in love with the process. All the challenges that came with it, everything. I went with a Bootcamp because I wanted to learn web development, but I wanted to learn web development in a way that matched my preferred taste, which is an absolute sprint the whole way through. This, what I'm presenting today, is the Floraison. It is an e-commerce solution from Lexington Bakery, run by Ashley Monk, who's actually in attendance right there. Give us a wave, Ashley. The application has two main types of users, Ashley herself and customers. This web app is supposed to allow customers to place and pay for orders, and it also includes a quick and user-friendly contact form in case somebody wants something especially custom made. This project was built with a React.js front end, Python Django backend, and using the Framer Motion library for animations. I really enjoyed in this project getting exposure to working in a team setting with a business owner as a client, with a graphic designer for graphics and the logo redesign, and myself being on that team for implementation. I reported to the business owner with notes of features that she wanted, app behavior she liked or didn't like, and her expected user needs. This is still absolutely in beta. I have feature tickets that I'm still working on. I've got some bugs that we found during user testing, and I'm planning on continuing to work on this until it's ready to be fully implemented into their online presence. So I'd like to invite you all to come visit my booth. We are going to have bugs for you all to find. I'm going to go through the whole thing. I'm ready with a notebook, ready to note it down. And we've got actual cupcakes from La Floraison for you all.
What's that from?
Alright, my name is Chad Kruger. Before Bootcamp, I worked at a factory where we did very, very small parts that went into satellites, missiles, communications equipment, things like that. Some of the stuff that I actually worked on is kind of in space somewhere. But I didn't really feel challenged in that job. I didn't feel like I was learning anything, and I love to learn. I love to just continue increasing my knowledge and also my skills. So my project was Hiker's Haven, which is an online forum designed for everybody who loves to hike, camp, do anything else outdoors, to kind of go and be able to post things. If you're a registered user and you're logged in, you are able to actually make posts. Eventually, in the backlog, I have the ability to make comments on other people's posts. Just one of the next steps. But only as a registered user. If you're not registered and logged in, you are still able to view everything that's on the site. There's a nice little set of resources on the page, including a map that will help you find places to go hiking in your area or the whole world. And then, as you can see, some of these stories up here, these are actually things that happened to me, Goose Chase. Do not recommend allowing that to happen to you anytime in your life. It's not fun. But, yeah, whenever you come over to visit us at the tables, feel free to create a profile, log in. It is mobile friendly, so you can log in on your phone and post as you want. Again, I'm Chad Cooper, project with Hiker's Haven, and there's my contact information.
Hi everyone, can you hear me? My name is Duff. Before the boot camp,
I was working in restaurant management, and I was sick of the 3 a.m. closing shifts, and I knew that I needed a change. So my love for coding and tech started with dial-up internet and MySpace. I probably spent more hours making MySpace layouts than I have spent in the boot camp. And just to clarify, this boot camp was harder than CSS and HTML. Whenever I first discovered AwesomeMake, I researched what felt like a lifetime and ultimately decided this was the best decision for my life. So I went with it, and I took a leap of faith. I left everything behind, and here I am. I keep thinking about the magnitude that a simple decision can carry and how we're all one decision away from a totally different life. And now that the emotional jargon is over, this is Open Dish. Open Dish is a potluck planning website that eliminates everyone's need of, or everyone's choice of bringing mashed potatoes to everything that you're invited to. I'm glad you laughed. I was thought about cutting that one out. It was built with JavaScript and React on the front end and Python Django on the back end, just like everyone else. You can create an event, and then after that event, you can add items. And then in the future, I guess we'll actually be able to go on and choose which item they're bringing, and we can consider this potluck plan too. Once again, my name is Jordan Duff. This is Open Dish. You can contact me via any of those, and I'll see you at the tables.
Oh, yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Hampton. Before the boot camp, I worked in. Before the boot camp, I worked in retail for a few years, and I wanted to do more with myself than just that, which led me here, and I really enjoyed it. My project is a clone of the messaging app Discord, so I called it Disclone. And does anybody in here not know what Discord is? Other than anything. For those of you who don't know, it has servers which act as chat rooms, and then it has channels which act as the chats. There's a lot more going on in here that I'd love to show you at my table. So feel free to stop by. Again, my name is Hampton. There's my contact information. Thank you for your time.
Hey everyone, my name is Zachary, Kestner. Thanks for coming. Before the boot camp, I was working in chat-based tech support. I wanted to change from customer service focused jobs to something else, which led me to join this awesome boot camp. I made a decision to become a software developer because of my interest in technology and building computers. Here's my SOC, which is VGDB, Video Game Database. Now my inspiration for this project was to build something around what I enjoy, which is video games. Which is not going to be used by anyone that wants to discover new games or games they already love. It provides a place for anyone to look up games related to data. And so as you can see here, here's like one of the games that you might want to look up. And to make it more interactive, I have it to where like if you want to look at the image bigger, you can click on it and one document you can see it pops out a little bit. So I basically want to make it like the IMDb of video games. For this project, I use JavaScript React on the front end, Python Django on the back end. Going forward, I'm going to add like probably more functionality for users. My name is Zachary Kestner. The project is VGDB. Here's my contact info. Feel free to give me a scan. If you have any issues, you can do that on my table up here. Appreciate it.
Hey everyone, my name is McMillen. Prior to Bootcamp, I spent probably the last 10 years in and around the automotive, motorsports, racing industry. I had the incredible opportunity to actually race cars professionally around the world. And during that time, I actually started my own business for an online site. For me, it was something that I got to work with a team of developers, something I really enjoyed, being creative and building a useful tool for other people to use. Not long after, a good friend of mine who's here today, Jordan, recommended Awesome Inc. Bootcamp and said, hey, I think this is something you might enjoy, something you like, something you might be good at. So, long story short, I'm here today, 4 months later, doing my project. My project is Ocular. It's essentially an Instagram clone. I wanted to build something that had user-generated content and was interactive, along with something that looked good and was just enjoyable to use from a user experience. So with that, you're able to go on as a user who's not logged in. You can search for users, check out their profiles, create an account, post, like, follow, and be able to filter through all those followers that you follow, I guess. But yeah, so but yeah, like most of our projects, it's got a React JavaScript front end with a Django Python back end. I'm using the Django REST framework in order to search and filter through those users when you're trying to populate those in the search bar. And I have messages and hashtags built into the back end, but I unfortunately did not have enough time to get those ready for demo day. For future iterations, I'd like to get those working along with getting geotagging, which is a big ticket of mine. I'd love to tag photos by location, along with being able to post multiple photos and display those in like a masonry gallery style. But yeah, my name is Nick McMillen. My project is Ocular. I would love for you guys to come over, chat, ask any questions you might have, test the site out. Works great on both desktop and mobile. Yeah, and show, post one of your favorite photos.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chad Powell. Prior to the boot camp, I retired from a 20-year career in law enforcement. During my career, I found a passion of helping others and a passion for computer technology. And I knew that after my career that I had to find another career that was going to meet those same needs. And that led me to Awesome Inc. University and this boot camp. My project, Comic Underground, was inspired by my wife and her passion for comic books and her enjoyment for collecting comic books. I wanted to create a site that specialized in the auction of comic books and comic books only. The first iteration of this site will allow users to see specific details about each comic book, track the current bidders, create a bid, track the highest bidder, and also track the auction time. My name is Chad Powell, the project, Comic Underground, and if you get a chance, please come over to the tables over here on the left and see if you can break it, find some bugs, so the next iteration I can fix them. Thank you all very much. Thank you all for coming, and just one last thing. This has been the closest group of people and team that I've ever worked with, and if you are here hiring, if you don't get a chance to come over and look at these projects, you will be missing out because these are some of the greatest people I've ever worked with. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Thank you again for being here for me and my fellow Bootcamp boys. My name is Blair, Preston, and a year ago this month I actually graduated from the University of Kentucky. And I was applying to 5 different medical schools in the country. So looking back, I'm not really sure how I mustered up the courage to take a totally different spin on my life. But I can't thank Blair a year ago now enough for doing that because I already know that boot camp is going to bring so much fruit to my life. I've always loved being a student. My parents right there can vouch for that. When I was younger, I would tear up my homework instead of using an eraser because it was a mistake. But now, to bring it back, what that looks like now is that I know that I want my career to be something that is going to constantly push me to learn more, and it's going to always challenge me. So to parallel that for the medical field and now for web development, I definitely have found a good fit in my new passion project here. So anyways, on to my project here, Mudbuds. On the left there, that's Luca. He's the inspiration for this. He doesn't know that he's a superstar today. I wish he could be here. But he loves playing with any dogs. So he was my inspiration. So users can do the typical Tinder, swipe right to connect, swipe left to go to the next user, click for more. I'm glad that video was playing because we didn't know if I would. And then after a user makes an account, they can make a dog profile or 2 or 3, depending on how many dogs they have. They can make connections on the feeds page, and then go and actually message users within the app, so they don't have to give out their contact information or anything. And I've learned a lot and really enjoyed this project. One of the things I learned is how to make a cool loading screen, like in the middle there that you see, which is how it's similar to the one that Tinder has. So yes, if you recognized it, I know that you use Tinder. So that's what that was for in the middle there. But yes, my name is Blair Preston. My project is Mudbuds, and I'd love for you to come show me a picture of your dog, you know who you are, or you can look at my code if that's you, or just come and chat. But thank you guys so much.
Alright, yeah, thank you all very much. One more round of applause for all our participants. Alright, so yeah, thank you all. Those were great. You're gonna have a chance to come try those out, all hands on here, in just a few minutes. So a couple things. Yes, everyone here is in their job search phase now, like their peers before them, and we're pretty excited. After our last boot camp, I think we had our 100th person to land a new job following the program, so pretty cool to get to have that impact on Lexington, Kentucky, and now plenty of remote opportunities for our graduates. So I'm excited for this group to join them. Contact info-wise, you're going to see lots of QR codes back at the tables, so if you missed scanning anything up here, you'll have a chance back there to get LinkedIn profiles, etc. And the rest of our time here will be for demo tables. If you'd like to grab some more food, feel free to do that as well. We do have a few prospective students, so folks who are considering the boot camp. I also think a few have already been admitted into our program coming up in the fall. But if you know someone who would like to take this same journey into making a career switch, our applications are open until July 15th, and awesomeinc.org/bootcamp has more information there. Justin, Mackenzie, anyone else, anything that I missed? All right. Well, I think.
Are you hiring?
Yeah, I think that's it. We'll release our grads here to go head over to their demo tables, and hope you all can join them. Thanks for coming.
Woo!